And we say good morning to. We're broadcasting live. We're at Mike's Medicine Mart again on this Tuesday. Again, September the 19th, 2017. Our 596th show. Countdown to Christmas. We're down to 96 days till Christmas, 2017. And we're here live again, broadcasting live, having a big time. We're glad we're here and glad you're going to be with us. And we, having a good time here. Again, on this Tuesday, we're loaded for bear. Going to be joined by Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. We're going to be joined by Hank Brown from WeRunEvents.com. Dr. Barry Walton from Mike's Medicine joins us. Also, William Yarber will join us as well from Mike's Medicine Mart. All that right here again on this Tuesday, September the 19th. Got high school football we're going to talk about. We're going to hear from college football, the NFL, Monday Night Football, all that coming up again right here, again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll get it all started. Again, we're here at Mike's Medicine Mart, show number 596 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game. Birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
There we go, back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again on this Tuesday. We are live here again at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max, and you do, and we certainly appreciate the fact that you do. And gosh, we're here again on this Tuesday. How many times have I said that? September the 19th, again, having a big time. And again, appreciate the opportunity to be here and and hang out. And so we got my man getting ready to jump. We want to, of course, get it started by giving you and dedicating the show to the man who hung on the cross unashamedly. So Psalm 73 says, I am with you always. I will always be holding your hand. I will guide you with my counsel. I will take you into my glory. I am the strength of your heart and your portion forever. There you go. And that's what gets us started. In behind us, of course, you see the pictures of Phil and Barbara McManus. And let's see if I can see. And there's my man, Dr. Barry Walton, and also Kevin. Also, all three of the pharmacists here making it go. And, of course, Barbara and Phil are the proud founders of said establishment, which is Mike's Medicine Mart. He's here. Let's get him on while we've got a chance. We got him. He's heading off the meeting here momentarily, so we want to get him in and get him on and get it rolling here. It's our buddy Rob Cole. No, I'm not Rob Cole, but we're going to get Rob Cole on here from Bays Mountain Park. And, I think what I've done here, I'm all discombobulated. I can't remember from show to show where I am and what I've done, so I've got the camera in the wrong spot. So, hi, Rob Cole. How you doing, my friend?
How do, Big T?
Well, that's one of those. This is one of them flyer by the Cedar Panters. So, it's okay. As I told old boy and Elizabeth this morning, it ain't cancer. Huh? It ain't cancer, brother. We're okay. It's going to be all right. Hit that right there. Boom. There he is, our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. And got him on ready to go. Tilt this down a little bit. There. Perfect. This is called producing on the fly here. How are you?
You need Les Nessman's what you need.
I am Les Nessman. That's the problem. Therein is the problem.
That's right.
I'm old Les. So, what was Mr. Carlson? You've seen the episode?
Oh, yeah, the big guy.
God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. He dropped those turkeys out of the helicopter. Those live turkeys.
Humanity.
And Les is out there going, oh, my God, they are falling out of the sky, and they're not flying. You hear them hitting tops of cars. And Carlson comes into the radio station. We're talking about an episode of WKRP. He said, God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. See, he just never know we're going to go through the show. It's good stuff. So,
it's great stuff.
Yep, Rob's with us. And so, good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm not going to complain on a beautiful Tuesday morning like this. It's gorgeous outside.
It is gorgeous, yeah. And it's going to be all that way all the way through the first weekend of the 80s, I understand. So, it's going to be very, very nice. Rob's with us, and again, congratulations. Got hitched. I'm not going to bring it up every time, but I think one more time it's worth repeating. And so, congratulations to you and Mrs. Cole. We were there for the wedding, and it was purty, and she's purty, and you's handsome, so it was all good down at the Allendale Mansion. It was very good.
Well, thank you. I'm a blessed man, blessed beyond what I deserve, in fact.
Mm-hmm. We're here again talking to Rob Cole, Bays Mountain Park. Let's talk about Bays Mountain first and get a little bit of sports. I know you got to get going to a meeting, so I won't keep you long. But what's going on up on the mountain right now? Again, it's it's kind of the crown jewel of Kingsport, and to a certain degree, but it's a crown jewel also, I would think, of just the region. So tell us about what's going on in Bays Mountain.
Well, and thank you for those kind words. We're blessed to be talked about in that kind of light, and in that light, we've flipped the page, if you will. We're out of our summer mode, summer activities, and into what we like to call our educational mode, which we do year-round, but when the schools get back in session, our focus sharpens a little bit, as you know, with school field trips. We practice, rehearse, prep, research very diligently to make sure we're meeting state standards of learning in preparation for the school visits that come. Primarily, we're seeing elementary school age kids for the most part, but we also see high school, middle school. We have some college classes that come to the park, so we enjoy this time of year. This is again, we do education year round, 361 days out of the year, in fact. So we enjoy what we do. We live for it, but it takes on an extra special meaning when you get a new group of students every year and see some come back a little grade older, a little bit wiser, and ready to tackle maybe a similar subject with a little bit different twist or a little different information to it. And it's a lot of fun for us. We enjoy it. Me and you've talked about this before. Schools in Kingsport, Sullivan County, and Hawkins County get free admission to the park because their taxes are already paying to help support Bays Mountain Park. But all schools, we're a low-cost destination. We work with schools towards that end to make it affordable, a first-class educational destination, and one that hopefully will bring them back and be thirsty for more knowledge and want to dig deeper into some of the subjects that we share with them, be it astronomy or something nature-related.
Yeah, it's not a babysitting service. You guys bring them up there, and it's an educational. I mean, they have fun, and they bring a sack lunch, and they have fun. You get to run around the park, but it's also educational, and you're teaching these kids about conservation, about nature, and a lot of different things. So yeah, it's more than just a babysitting. Let's get out of school and go to a field trip kind of thing. It's a learning experience with these kids.
That's it. We hope that something we say or do inspires. Hopefully, they will be getting this fed from the home to the schools anyway, but we hope something we say or do inspires lifelong learning, and that again, that thirst to, when they leave the park, to go dig a little bit deeper on their own, and hopefully come back and maybe even share it with us.
Got Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, show number 596, on our way to our 600th show, and they said it wouldn't work. People made fun of me and said, this is never going to work. I said, we're rolling. We're all right. We're kicking up a little dust. We let them know they're there. You know, the educational experience for me was, had a bobcat pee on me up here one time. I got to tell this every time. What was the old bobcat's name?
Seemed like that was either Dakota or Sequoia.
Sequoia, that's who it was, Sequoia.
Okay.
So I'm getting a behind-the-scenes nickel tour with the young lady who's no longer there. She retired. And so we went along around the backside of the bobcat cage, and we were standing there. Next thing I know, I feel something warm down on my boot. I looked down, and I said, well, what was her name? What was the lady's name? That
would have been Valerie.
Valerie. Valerie. She's a nice one. I said, Valerie, I believe, well, she was a piece of work anyway. I said, I believe that bobcat just peed on my boot. She said, means he likes you. He's, what'd she say? Something about his territory. He's kind of staking out his territory. Sequoia said, he likes you. I guess it was C. Said he peed all over my boot. So that was my education. That happened, what, 10, 12 years ago, and I still remember it. So Sequoia, the day the bobcat peed on my boot.
Ain't too many people can tell that story.
No. Ain't too many people can say they had a bobcat pee on them on their boot one time. So hiked up through the fence and let it rip. I thought, well, she said, don't worry about it. And my pants are wet and my boots wet. Come on, let's go see the otters. Okay, all right, whatever. So love Bays Mountain Park. Only $5 a carload. You can get up there and hang out. And you got barge rides. Of course, there's so many things up to do here in late summer. First day of fall is coming in here on Friday. So give us, for folks out there going, haven't been up there, which I can't believe, but for $5 a carload, there's a lot to do.
There is, and even though we've turned the page from summer, that doesn't mean we've stopped doing the things that folks tend to enjoy. Like you mentioned, the barge ride on our 44-acre lake. We do those daily, practically, Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock, and then again on the weekends at 1, 2, and 5 o'clock. Of course, our planetarium show is still going great, always. Tuesday through Friday at 4 o'clock, and then again on the weekends at 1, 2, and 4 o'clock. And then there's, the 40 miles worth of trails we have. I mean, any time of day, late evening, after work, what have you, however you want to hit it, provide some of the best hiking, mountain biking opportunities in the region. Again, we're blessed with that. This region has quite a few of those. A lot of great destinations here. But we certainly have quite a bit to offer at the park. A good variety, like you mentioned. You can spend an entire day, or spend just a few hours. However, you choose to tailor your visit is what we can do, and we're going to keep on trucking that way, weather permitting. We'll do everything we can to enjoy I guess, man, it's just about here, fall. I already noticed some trees turning. Of course, that would be primarily sourwoods and trees of that nature, but it's a reminder that we're not too far off from a nice, colorful splash, so that's a good opportunity, again, to let folks know we've got plenty to see and do at the park. Don't let weather be a deterrent. It's on a cold morning. I can assure you, it's no colder up on the park than it is in the middle of town.
You got it.
And if it rains, we've still got a planetarium that is just amazing that we can enjoy. Again, at 4 o'clock on Tuesday through Friday, and 1, 2, and 4 o'clock on the weekends.
Again, we're talking to our buddy, as we said, Talking to our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park is reading a text coming through. Hello, Brian Malone. Appreciate you being with us. You know old Brian, don't you?
Oh, Brian.
He's a nice one.
Oh,
he's going to be on the show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he's the president of the Butch Jones fan club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he lit him up like a Christmas tree. I guess it was Saturday after that debacle down in Gainesville. So that would be a good thing to roll right into. We're talking about my buddy Rob Cole. As a football fan, and you are, and so am I, please tell me, in your humble opinion, many things he did wrong, but what are some of the key things that went wrong for Tennessee football?
Man, where do you want to start? I'm going to use a phrase a buddy of mine, John Bowles, used, and it fits. Whether it's Butch Jones or his entire staff, ultimately it rests on his shoulders. Absolutely committed coaching malpractice Saturday.
Wow.
And it's a fact. When you are at the 1 foot line in the SEC,
exactly,
you don't line your quarterback 4 yards off the ball to receive it. You get up under center, you turn around and hand the ball to your horse. He got you there. Let him get it on into the end zone. Punch it in. You shove it down the opponent's throat, and you get it done. You don't throw the ball. If you're inside that 10-yard line, 20-yard line, you don't throw the ball 7 out of 7 times. By golly, in this league, you run it.
Well, how far did it need to go? Half yard, which is from me to you?
You may have needed that, I guarantee you.
Look in the camera, show a half yard. Okay. You try and tell me in the Southeastern Conference, you got the horses up front averaging 300 pounds a man. You've got Quentin Dormady about 6'2", 6'3". You can't stretch out and get me a touchdown from the half-yard line?
All you had
Come
to
on
do.
now.
And they cleared the way. John Kelly's a beast. The linemen were rolling downhill. They were ready to punch Florida in the face, and they did. And you made them pass block. And that is just in this league, or should be in any football league, inexcusable. When you play this, you got to junk that stuff.
Hammer it, baby.
Just hammer it home. And then,
wait a minute. Point number one.
You can't tell me at the end of the game you don't know with 9 seconds left.
That's the one I'm going to be on.
You've got to have 6 defensive backs on the field.
Sure.
And you've got to have somebody at the goal line making sure nobody gets past you. And then number 2, he lied when he was asked after the game. He said injuries prevented, using a dime package. He had 3 defensive backs over on that sideline that were capable of playing. One of them, a 5th-year transfer that you brought in here from Louisville. And if you can't find one of those guys, by golly, you've got 2 or 3 good 6'2", 6'3" wide receivers you can stick out there and say, just go find the ball and knock it to the ground.
We have.
Look, there's a lot of people off the Butch Jones train this morning. They're tired of those kinds of mistakes. Look, at $4 million a year, I don't feel sorry for him. This is the kind of dialogue that his industry is accustomed to. If he's not got a thick skin, he should. His opportunity now is, what do you do to fix it? You've heard these problems before. You heard them last year, the year before. You had a system quarterback that was perfect in Josh Dobbs, and you blew it. You've got a quarterback that threw 3 interceptions. You can say it's the environment around him, and that's great. But if your quarterback's thrown in the last 2 or 3 games, he's thrown 4 red zone picks.
Yep.
At what point do you not give
Garantano
a chance?
Tennessee scored a total of 3 points out of the 3 trips inside Florida's 20-yard line. John Kelly rushing 141 yards, averaged 7 yards a carry. Yet the Vols did not run the ball in any of their 7 snaps from inside Florida's 10. In those 7 passes from inside the 10, Quentin Dormady was 1 of 7 for a -1 yard with an interception. This is what Butch Jones says, and I quote, "There's a lot of nuances that occurred through the course of those 2 big plays on Saturday, but make no mistake about it. We get the football down there. We need to run the football. We need to score touchdowns." So, hello, sir. How are you? So, old Butch is he says it starts with me. That's the headline today. It starts with me. Well, of course it starts with you. What did you say? He makes $4 million a year. So
How many times do you have to read that before it changes? This is year 5.
Year 5.
These are his players now. You can't say after 5 years that you can't make this stuff work, that you can't figure out in year 5 of the SEC that here's the gap between Bama and the rest of the SEC has just gotten as wide as it's ever been.
Yeah.
The rest of the league looks soft. Man, the rest of the league looks absolutely sissy soft.
Yeah.
And ultimately that's going to hurt Bama because when it comes time to play on the big stage, all they're going to have is what they played against.
All right. Got another question. I'm going to move on to your Cardinals. Make him even madder. We're talking to Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. We're live here again at Max Meadows Mart. We're Solgar's 20% off the month of September. And we got William Yarber's going to come by here in a little while. And also Dr. Barry Walton's going to join us here in a little while. All right, we talked about this a while ago. Barry's an old football player before I went on there. I said, okay, you got 9 seconds left. You're down 20, it's 20-20, okay? Now, there's a 50-50 shot they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to throw the ball down the field, sideline route, to get them out of bounds, kick a field goal, correct?
That's it.
All right. Or they're going to throw a Hail Mary. There's a 50-50 shot one of those two are going to happen. Okay, if it's a Hail Mary, I know when I played it in Sandlot, if I thought old Rob or Hank Brown was getting ready to come on in a minute, if I thought Hank's going to throw it, my heinies, I'm playing center field. I'm so far back you can't even see me unless you got binoculars. I'm thinking, you may get in front of me and catch it and outrun me, but by golly, you will not get behind me. I will not let you get behind me. What's exactly what happened? The guy got his biscuits burnt, and Butch is making excuses. I'm thinking, guys, this is Sandlot football. If you know he's going to sling it, and there's a 50-50 shot he's going to sling it,
That's it.
put somebody back there, and almost like playing center field on the warning track in baseball, where I've played center field, and when a guy hits one, and my hiney's got to go back and get it, it's a whole lot easier if I'm back there and running up to catch it than trying to run over my shoulder to catch it.
Knock it down, knock it straight to the ground.
So anyway, I'm done. But anyway, old Butch, they'll be all right this week. They got UMass, and Georgia comes to town, which is a whole other story. And apparently they're getting their act together down in Georgia. And then you got South Carolina, and I don't know who else. But my question to you is, Mr. Cole, and you've been rather pointed in your comments here. Is it time for change? I know the natives are restless. That's an understatement. But does this guy merit, getting another chance? Because I'm talking about another year or two. I mean, they're not going to can him right now. But then other people say, well, who do you go get once he's gone? I mean, what do you go do now? Because you're going to set the program back again. But clearly, this is old Tom talking. This ain't Rob. But I think the old boy's in over his head a little bit. So here's Tennessee's schedule. UMass this week, that's a checkbook game. They're going to kill them and send them home. They're 0-4, one of the worst Division I teams in the country. Then Georgia, open date, South Carolina. Tell you what, Muschamp will have something for them, too, when they get in here, too.
Well, Jones has never beat Muschamp. He's never beat him.
Then they go to Alabama. Then they go to, let me tell you, your trap game is Kentucky up there.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing pretty good football. In fact, I got them beating Florida this week.
Vanderbilt's 3-0.
Oh, yeah, and I got Kentucky beating Florida this week in Lexington. That's just Southern Miss and Knoxville, Missouri, LSU and Knoxville, then Vanderbilt. So,
man, there are no gimmies
except
left
this Saturday.
Except for UMass.
Yeah. We're talking to Rob Cole.
Southern Miss, maybe.
We're talking to Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. We are live here again on the Tom Taylor Show. We're again, of course, here on the road today on Max Meadows Mart. Hank Brown's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes with WeRunEvents.com, and a lot of road races coming up here. It's really prime time for road races going into the cooler weather. So, last thing before I we've covered Bays Mountain Park, but we got to talk about your Cardinals. So, I was looking at the wild card. Let's see where we are today. They got swept with the Cubs.
Yeah,
I thought about you all weekend, but I didn't call you. I thought, this ain't the time to call Rob and send out greetings and salutations. Arizona, Colorado, Milwaukee, and St. Louis. That's your 4 in the wild card. Right now it's Arizona and Colorado the top 2, but Cardinals are 4.5 back, so they still got a chance. I don't think they're going to win the Central, but they still got a chance to get in the wild card.
No chance at the Central, and I'll be honest with you. I have a hard time seeing the Cardinals compete for a spot when you look at Colorado's record the rest of the way. The teams they play are poor. Plus, they, don't minimize that they swept, if I remember correctly, swept the Dodgers in L.A. I know the Dodgers aren't playing great baseball right now, but anytime you go into L.A. and do that, that's big time. So it looks to me like Colorado's riding the ship. If I were a betting man, I'd I'd put my money on Colorado to win that wild card. I don't think at the end of the day the Cardinals have what it takes. You still can't beat the teams that have winning records. We're beating the teams we're supposed to beat. This is a team that's going to have a lot of work that needs to be done in the off season, and you've got well, he's not a GM anymore. He got a nice sweet promotion into an elevated role within the organization, but you had a leadership, a GM who going in knew you had shortcomings. You had no middle of the order bat, and you had issues in your bullpen, and nothing was done to address it until it was too late. Got one at Nicasio after the waiver deadline. Even if the Cardinals made postseason, he's not eligible. So I don't know. I'd love to see them catch Colorado. I just don't see it, and I think you're going to see an interesting offseason with the Redbird Nation.
And last thing, my boys, you still got a chance to jump.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders, 2-0, baby.
Get on that Marshawn Lynch train.
Beast mode. I'm on the Derek Carr train.
Let me ask you a question there. Now, that game that was in Oakland.
Black Hole, yeah, in Oakland.
All right. So, getting all over Marshawn Lynch about dancing on the sideline. On the sideline, not the field, on the sideline. Where's your problem with that?
Oh, I don't have a problem with it. Man, I'm not a big fan of the guy because he's sitting during the national anthem. But if he wants to do cartwheels on the sideline, he's entitled to do that. So
he's not doing it in the field of play.
No,
he's not doing it at the Visitant Stadium.
No, I didn't realize somebody owned him. I didn't realize somebody.
Oh, they're making a big deal about him dancing on the sidelines.
What's
the demeaning,
the guy
humiliating, blah blah blah. If you don't like it, stop it. Right?
Yeah. Well,
just shut him down.
What was the guy the one really got all the dances started back with the Bengals? Remember the Icky Shuffle way back in the day?
Oh yeah.
He was in the end zone doing it. So if this guy's on the sideline, if he wants to do cartwheels, I mean, if he wants to do the hokey pokey, not just Marshawn Lynch, anybody in NFL. Yeah. That's totally different than kneeling in the national anthem.
Oh, and by the way, the fans ate it up.
Oh yeah,
loved it.
They put him up on the jumbotron. I watched the video.
One thing you need on your way out the door is someone to keep the fans engaged and interested.
Especially since they're leaving.
That's it.
They're leaving the Black Hole going to Vegas. So, anyway, my boys are 2-0 headed to Washington. Got the Redskins on Sunday night. The Raiders. So, and I saw where your guys played and didn't even fill up a 30,000 seat soccer stadium. Didn't even fill it up. So,
yeah. High schools will draw more than we will by the end of the season. DB will have more per game than we will.
Rob,
understandably so.
Yeah. Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, always a pleasure, my friend. I know you got to get to a meeting, so
yeah, got to roll.
We'll talk to you soon. Give you some taters.
Appreciate Big T.
Yeah, he's the man. Love this guy. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go from Rob Cole at Bays Mountain Park to Hank Brown. We run events live at Mike's Medicine Mart on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now, some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Look at him on the screen right there. Hank Brown with We Run Events, one of dear friend. This guy runs a phenomenal race. Anything he touches, he does a fantastic job with. Of course, we work with him with the Crazy 8-String Fun Fest. And again, we're here at Mike's Medicine Mart with Solgar's 20% off the month of September. And William Yarber's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. We've got college football. We've got NFL. We've got Monday Night Football. The coach of the Giants calling out Eli Manning. This guy's, he's all over him, pointing fingers. And Cowboys are pointing fingers to their guys. So, Hank, what happened to the old, back in the day in the old school where you kind of, if you lost, you lose a team, you win as a team. So when these guys are losing, everybody's pointing fingers. It's kind of unusual.
Don't understand that. You know, I'm like you. It's a team effort, and you win or lose as a team. And
that's it.
It's not one player, that's for sure.
No, you got coaches, calling these guys out in the NFL. So I'm sure that's good for morale. They go back into the team meetings this week, getting ready for the next one.
Someone like Eli Manning.
Yeah, he's kind of earned his stripes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so. Anyway, we're going to talk about that coming up in college football top 25. We got the high school football polls are out this week, and some of our local teams are, again, ranked in the state. All that coming up here in just a few. Hank's joined us, and we appreciate that with We Run Events. And, of course, his website is werunevents.com. So you got a bunch of it is the season heading into the holidays and cooler weather and more races, and really got a lot going on. Tell me about it.
Well, it really is, and you're right. We are extremely busy this time of year. We got 2 or 3 races a weekend, and September and October. Like this weekend, we got 3 races, so we will be all over the place. We're going to do the St. Jude 5K in Bristol at the Pinnacle, and they have a 1-mile walk with that as well. It's a great organization, great cause. So we'll be there Saturday morning, and then we will go to Elizabethton in the afternoon to do a new event with a barbecue blues and brews festival in Elizabethton near the old covered bridge, and got a 5K race there, so we're pretty excited about that one. That should be a lot of fun. And Sunday morning we got the Bluegrass Half Marathon. I'm sure you've heard about that from your friend Karen Hubbs, and we love working with the Goose Chase, and it's always a good partnership there when the 2 of us get together. It's going to be a really nice event. That's a big race, and half marathon through downtown, all over Johnson City, really.
Oh, yeah. In fact, she's going to join us tomorrow. We'll be at Chick-fil-A, and she's going to come by and promote that, the Bluegrass Half Marathon, so you're involved with that. It's pretty exciting in Elizabeth. And tell me, this is a new event. It's a new event in general. The whole event's brand new, so they've included a 5K, which is cool. And, again, tell me about that this Saturday.
Yeah, it's a new one. Amos Brown is putting this on, and he's been planning it for a long time. It's a whole new festival, and I think they got some good bands coming in, and of course barbecue competition, and of course beer gardens. So, what else can you want? That sounds good to me. I'll take all three. And then we're going to do a 5K right before it all starts. So and I think the course, from what I've seen, the course looks pretty good. So it should be. Love going to Elizabethton. It's always fun to go there. So.
The weather's going to be great. I think it's going to be in the 80s all the way through Monday. I saw the extended forecast. So a little warmer than normal, but again, still a good time of the year to get out and run. And so that's what's coming up this weekend. Then you look down the road and you're getting ready to crank back up a big event in Jonesboro. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, we are really excited about the Haunted Half Marathon this year, Tom. We made a big announcement a few weeks ago about moving from Kingsport to Jonesboro. Kingsport's been great for the event. We held it here in Kingsport the first 8 years, and Kingsport did a great job hosting it. But sometimes you need to move on. We needed a little different course, and we were just having a hard time getting things worked out. So we checked around, and Natalie and I sat on our front porch on a Sunday and said, well, where else can we go? In the Tri-Cities, it was kind of wide open, and we were checking off locations, and really, Jonesboro kind of came to the top of our list. It's just a cool town, Tennessee's oldest town. You got the Storytelling Center. You got a lot of positives there. It's very historic, and it's a beautiful place to go and to run and all that. So we made a call to the right people there, and they were super excited, and they've been all about it. It couldn't have been a better group of people to work with, and so we got, within just a few weeks, we got everything approved, the permits done, course approved, and they've welcomed us with open arms. So we're really excited about this, moving to Jonesboro. I think it's the right place for it. It's kind of a haunted town, with some haunted houses and ghost stories and all that going on. So they also have a really big festival that same day. They're called Haunts and Happenings in Jonesboro. So we're going to partner with them on that, and you got the Haunted Half Marathon in the morning, and then the Haunts and Happenings in the afternoon. So it's really going to fit together really nicely.
The date is
October 28th.
October the 28th. We're talking to Hank Brown from We Run Events. You see on the screen here, we're live at Mike's Meadows Mart. We've got Dr. Barry Walton coming up here in a few minutes. Coming up after the break here in just a few, we'll take a look at high school football. The polls are out this week, and who's playing where on this. It's hard to believe we're at the halfway point of high school football season. We're 96 days away from Christmas. How about that? Wow. So countdown's on.
I better start shopping.
There you go.
I better start thinking about it.
96 days away. Now, speaking of, you always come up with some really cool holiday events in and around Christmas and Thanksgiving as far as running events. Tell me about those.
Well, as far as Thanksgiving, of course, we do the Johnson City Turkey Trot. Big event. That group does a great job. The Goose Chase is also involved putting that on. We love that one. It's between that one and Crazy Eights, you kind of go back and forth from one year to the next. Which one's bigger? So it doesn't matter to us. We hope they both are bigger. So the Johnson City Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning is just a family tradition, and people come out and walk or run in a turkey trot, and then they go have their Thanksgiving meal. As far as Christmas goes, we're kind of bringing back an old tradition. It's here in Kingsport. It's a Christmas lights run where we get together and run through some of the neighborhoods in and around the Fair Acres neighborhood around Dobbins Bennett High School. And there's a lot of people in that neighborhood really decorate their houses nicely. And we started that a long time ago just as a kind of a fun run. And this year we've got a group that's going to pick it up and make it a race, and we're going to time it, and we're pretty excited about that. Let me look real quick on the date there. That is December 12th. Love Share is the group that we're working with there. It's a Christmas lights. It's going to be an 8K and a 3K walk.
Of course, you see all this on his website, WeRunEvents.com. Here's the cool thing about Hank. The fact that there is the Bluegrass Half Marathon, there is the Turkey Trot coming up on Thanksgiving morning in Johnson City. and the Crazy Eights over in July. Now, some folks that get on the big ego kick and say, well, we're going to be the biggest, we're going to be the best. And Hank says, you know what, there's room for both. Mine's in July, and the Turkey Trot's in November, so the more the merrier, because in the end, it benefits running for everybody in the region, right?
It does. It benefits everyone. They're all good causes, and so the more people that come in and run these events, it's good for running, it's good for walking, it's good, for healthy lifestyles, but also helps raise some really much needed money for all these good organizations. And almost every event we do is for a good cause. Well, all of them are
all
for
of them
a good
sure.
cause. Some are, it used to be a long time ago when I was running races, there were no charity runs. For the most part. It was just a race, just an event. Everyone, guys like me were just kind of self-absorbed on running. We just got together and ran a race, when the money just paid for the event. Now it's all goes to good causes. So we're really happy to be part of all that, and we can help some of these really good groups to help raise money.
And of course, he doesn't care me telling, but he and Natalie both are cancer survivors, and so anytime they get involved with something to help raise funds with cancer, they're all about that. That's a great way for me to segue into what I'm doing, which is PanteneBeautifulLinks.com, growing the hair. We get to the appointed length, which it'll hopefully be soon. I realize at my age it doesn't grow as fast as I thought it would, but they will whack it off, or I'll whack it off and mail it off, and they will help weave that into wigs for ladies going through chemo and or radiation. So
that's great.
I've lost a daddy and a mama and a stepmama to cancer, so it's my way to kind of give back. So that's kind of a hot button for me, and it's a hot button for you too. So we kind of and so I always salute you and Natalie for getting involved in everything, but in particular those causes that benefit folks that are going through cancer.
That's right. Like the event this weekend in St. Jude. Benefits St. Jude Children's Hospital, which benefits children with cancer, and their motto is they want to end childhood cancer. We would too, and we're doing an event later in October, making strides against breast cancer. So anything that has to do with fighting cancer, we're all about it, and we want to help. And I salute you for what you're doing. I don't think they'd want my hair. I used to have hair like you. Mine now just doesn't grow at all, or if it does, it grows out.
Grows out instead of down.
Yeah, that's what Natalie said. I think you need to quit trying to grow it. Just cut it short.
Just keep it cut short.
Yeah.
Keeps it. Mama's happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Your South Carolina Gamecocks, college football, laid an egg against Kentucky on Saturday. You're still kind of smarting about that, but they got two big wins. They beat North Carolina State. They got a conference win against Missouri, so they're 1-1. And the conference got Louisiana Tech this week, so you feel good about that one?
Well, I never feel good about South Carolina football. I'm always worried about them, but I think we got a fighting chance against them. And I think Muschamp's the right coach for South Carolina. He's got a great football mind, from what I can tell, and he's a good recruiter, and he's got a great staff. And it's just going to take a little bit of time. Gosh, you got Clemson in the state, and they've got it going for sure. All these 5-star guys, they're kind of like recruiting against Alabama almost, and so it's going to take a little time, but they've got a great fan base and great stadium and great sports program, athletic program down there. And I think it's going to happen. Hopefully we can get to a bowl game this year. I'll be happy with that.
There you go. One of the coolest places to call a game, because I've had the privilege of doing it down there, is Williams-Brice Stadium. That's a neat place to call a game in Columbia.
It's a great place to go watch a game.
Yeah, great setting. Not a bad seat in the house. So,
no.
And it's a great place to broadcast from, too. We've done that before in the past. So, my man Hank Brown, WeRunEvents.com, great job. And what do you want to leave us with today, my friend?
Well, I just appreciate you having me on anytime. We'd love to talk about running, and it's our passion, of course. And we love all these races are all fun. They kind of get overwhelming at times, but every time I go to one, I say, oh, that was great. So we have a good time. We just enjoy helping people put on a good event, and that's what we're all about.
This gentleman won't take the credit, but I think I don't know if the word's revolutionized, maybe brought running to a new awareness back in the day. And so, in fact, I give him credit for he and the late Dave Walker at East Tennessee State, with cross country and the great teams they brought in with Ray Flynn and those guys. I think from the collegiate standpoint, it was Coach Walker, and from just mass appeal for people running and walking in general, I think this guy and his lovely bride have really done a yeoman's job doing it over the years. So anytime I get Hank Brown on, it's cool, because he's a cool dude, and we always like working with him with the Crazy Eight. So
thanks, Tom.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Give me some taters.
Yeah,
Love this guy. So you don't know what to say. I know you're just like, okay, go to the break. Quit talking about me. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll come right back. We'll talk high school football next year. Thanks to Hank Brown. We Run Events. We're live at Mike's Medicine Mart on the show number 596th show today, the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Mike's Medicine Mart. William Yarber is going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. Let's run down the polls right this week for high school football here in the state of Tennessee. 6A, Murfreesboro, Oakland is number 1. Science Hill at number 8 this week. That's our local team involved in the 6A rankings. Again, Murfreesboro, Oakland number 1. Science Hill number 8. 5A football, Beach is number 1. Daniel Boone stays at number 6 this week from our neck of the woods. And 4A football, Greenville at number 1 in the state. And the Elizabethton Cyclones at number 6 in the state. At 3A football, Alcoa number 1. They're playing Dobbins-Minute this weekend here this Friday night in Kingsport after an open day for the Indians. And you have Johnson County up to number 3 in the state now in 3A football. In 2A, Meigs County at number 1. Then you have Happy Valley in at number 7. this week in 2A football. And in single A, South Pittsburgh number 1 and the Cloudland Highlanders again are at number 7 in the state in single A football. Here's your schedule for this week. Alcoa, Dobbins Bennett, CAK at Bearden, Cloudland and Happy Valley. There's a barn burner. 2 teams ranked in the state playing at Happy Valley this week. Cock County at Pigeon Forge. Elizabethton takes her show on the road to the Stone Castle to play Tennessee High. Also this week, Gibbs of Moorestown East, Hampton the Bulldogs be in Jonesboro to battle the Crockett Pioneers, Hancock County at Union County. Knox West will be at Farragut to battle the Admirals. Cherokee home to Moorestown West this week. You've got Science Hill and Gregg against Daniel Boone. South Green at Chucky Doak. Sullivan North will be at Unaka. Trinity Academy will be at Gatlinburg Pittman. Unicoi County at Sullivan Central, and Volunteer plays at Granger this week. Here's the open day teams in Tennessee. Cosby, Greenville, Hardin Valley, Johnson County, North Green, Sullivan East, Sullivan South, and West Green all have the week off in Tennessee. In Virginia Friday night, Abington at Hidden Valley, Castlewood at Rye Cove, Gate City and Union, J.I. Burton at Twin Springs, John Battleby and Patrick Henry to battle that football team, Lehigh at Ridgeview, Thomas Walker at Eastside, and Y Central be in Bluefield, Virginia to battle the Graham G-Men. And that is your high school football schedule for this weekend. Let's take a look last night in volleyball. Volunteer defeated Sullivan Central. Moorestown West defeated Sullivan South. Science Hills ladies beat Elizabeth in the volleyball. Crockett defeated Unicoi County, and Daniel Boone in volleyball defeated Sullivan East. In Southwest Virginia, Dobbins Bennett crossed the state line to defeat Eastside, and Thomas Walker defeated Harlan County. Volleyball today, Lehigh will be at Cherokee, Johnson County at Sullivan South. Sullivan Central plays volleyball at Science Hill. Sullivan East will be at Elizabethton. Sullivan North and Hancock County, Gate City at Union, and J.I. Burton at Thomas Walker. Other volleyball for today, Rye Cove at Eastside, Twin Springs at Castlewood, and Y Central at John Battle. In soccer, you had yesterday Volunteers ladies beat Cherokee 3-1. Today in soccer, Chucky Doak will be at Daniel Boone, Science Hill at Crockett, Sullivan South will be at Unicoi County, and Tennessee High will be here in Kingsport against Dobbins Bennett in girls high school soccer. Golf from yesterday. In the District 1 larger schools tournament in the boys, Tennessee High defeats Science Hill. That's the top 2 teams on the boys' side. On the girls' side, you had your top 2 teams, Tennessee High and Sullivan South are your top 2 there. So congratulations to the teams. And again, we've got several young people going on to the next round of playing golf. We'll talk more about that a little bit later in the show. But congratulations again to those teams and how they did yesterday in the District 1 larger schools golf tournament at Tri-Cities Golf Club in Blunteville, Tennessee. Monday Night Football, the Lions all over the Giants, 24-10. Matthew Stafford had two touchdown passes. Eli Manning had a touchdown pass and losing calls and a field goal. That was it. In front of 77,000, the Lions over the Giants, 24-10. We'll talk more about that later in the show, where the Giants head coach, McAdoo, calling out Eli Manning, blamed not totally the loss, but blamed a couple of snags on his seasoned quarterback, Eli Manning. All right, check this out. Here is some of the neat thing about Max Medismore is all these old gadgets. And so here is I guess an LED. It's called a Zoom LED flashlight, which is pretty cool. And so, let's see. That's neat. Look there. Check it out. Got toys, all kinds of toys. They got this in. Here's something kind of neat. This is called a Nebo. These are all from the Nebo company. Z Bug Bulb, a mosquito zapping LED bulb. Again, a 60-watt bulb. And so that is, put that up on the camera and see where, there we go. And so there is the LED bug bulb. Attracts and kills mosquitoes and other flying insects. 2-light mode, and so that's something that's kind of brand new here at Max Medismart. It's not your typical pharmacy, I can tell you that. Here is the Nebo Flip It. These are bright lights, just bright light where you need it. Look there, check that out. And boom. Isn't that neat? That's pretty cool stuff there at Nebo. So light up your closet, your attic, your cabinet, your garage, wherever you need it. These are 2, and there's, of course, they come with batteries. They come with a hook and loop double-sided tape. They got magnets. You can put them up on the wall. So this is for an attic, a closet, cabinets, a garage, whatever. No wires, no tools, no fuss. Just stick it and flip it. How about that? I like that. Just stick it and flip it. So check this out. Boom. And boom. Isn't that neat? That's pretty cool stuff. I may get that myself. I don't know what the price point is, but that may be That may be going home with me. A Nebo 2-pack, just flip it, bright light where you need it here again at Max Medicine Mart. And then definitely taking this with me because I was looking for one of these just the other day and couldn't find it at the old homestead. This is a Nebo quick change blade feature, no tools required, ergonomic aluminum handle with a steel handle, ideal for cutting auto hoses, cardboard, linoleum, tile, plastic, leather, drywall, carpet, rope, etc., etc., etc. This is the Nebo folding lock blade utility knife. I'm going to tell you that one's going home with me today. I needed one of those. That's pretty cool. She brought that up here. And then last but not least, they sell a bunch of these. It's called the original, I think it's the original washcloth for $1.59. There's 5 different of these, and they can't keep these in stock here, and says they're out of here as fast as they get them for $1.59. So these are some of the little goodies and kind of, I call them knickknacks or specialty items you can get. Here's another one. This is the powerful 300 lumen lantern. And let's see, I don't know how that one, I have to get Karen to show me how to turn the thing on. So, Lord, Mr. Ford, how in the world do you turn this thing on? I don't know. Oh, probably right up here, this button. There you go. Probably the on-off switch. That works every time, Tom. I love it. So, anyway, this is it's called the Nebo Poppy. This is 300 lumens, and this is a very, very bright light. And so this is something, a little handle. This is neat for a little person or an elderly person or a lady or even a guy for that matter, but it's lightweight and it gets the job done, and there it is. So that's another one of these items from the Nebo Company, N-E-B-O. Quick break, we'll be right back. William Yarber joins us coming up next here. Also, we'll take a look at Monday Night Football and the coach calling out some of the players. The Cowboys got some problems. They got folks calling themselves each other out right now, so there seems to be some morale problems in Dallas, and so we'll take a break, and William Yarber joins us coming up next year live at Mike's Medicine Mart on show number 596 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
And go right there to win tickets to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're giving them away on Monday, October the 2nd. Drive for the Cure 300 on October the 7th. And also the Bank of America 500 on October the 8th, right smack dab in the middle of the chase for the championship. All you have to do is go to TomDailySports.com/contest. And again, good luck. And put your name in the hat and good luck. And hope you are the winner. We got multiple ticket winners coming up. Then also, going to go right here to the picking panel. Tony Briggs of Watauga won last week, won himself $25. Go to TomDailySports.com/football. There's 5 high school and 5 college games. All we want is who you think is going to win. And the person with the winningest entries out of everybody comes in. If you got more than one person, which you've done in the past, we put everybody's name that has the most correct wins, if it's more than one, and it is usually, in the computer. And then the computer picks the winner. Somebody's going to win $25. So last week it was Tony Briggs of Watauga. Week 2 was Tracy Clark of Kingsport. And the first week was Eugene Jeffers of Greenville. So there you be. All right, let's get him on. He is here ready to go. He's our buddy William Yarber with us live here at Mike's Medicine Mart. And so, boom, let's hit this and get me off there and get him on there. And there he be. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing good. How are you today?
Good. Now, he came over and sat down a few minutes ago and did a show and tell of the flashlight that I thought I knew what I was doing with. So start with this one right here.
Yeah.
He said, isn't this cool? And he opens it up, and I said, I didn't even know you could do that. So there you go. There's that.
Those are awesome.
And then the other one is the front of it, which is the traditional flashlight.
Yeah.
And there you go.
So,
and you can hang it, and also you can lift it up and, as you said, use it for like a camping.
Yeah.
For light in the middle of the table. Mm-hmm. So tell me about this one. Here's the next show and tell.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like your just average flashlight, but you have a zoom in and zoom out feature. You just click it to the right to zoom in, and click it to the left, and it zooms out. So you can
so I was fumbling around with that, never did figure out what it was.
Yeah.
So that's good. Those 2 items, some kind of new things from the company called Nebo.
Yeah.
Then we have the bug bulb. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, we actually have mosquito zappers now at Max. So it's just a 600 watt bulb, or a 60 watt bulb with a 600 brightness feature on it. And it's something new to the store, but we've actually had a lot of requests for stuff like this. So we try to get in what people want, you know.
Yeah, little specialty items, and a couple of more things. Karen said talk about the washcloth, and then also I've already bought that one. I'm going to take that with me. I need that.
They're pretty cool. I mean, you don't have to sharpen. You just replace razor blade each time, and it's got the little locking feature on it, so it's really nice. We had something like this before, and they sold out super quick, so we got some more in.
Yeah. That one's gone. I'm taking that with me. The folding lock blade knife, utility knife that folds, and also the she calls the dishcloth.
It's funny. This is like one of our best-selling items in the over-the-counter section. Is a dishcloth. Yeah, apparently they're really hard to find.
Yeah, comes in 5 colors for $1.59. Says you can't keep them in stock.
Yeah,
so
they do very well.
And then show the water. I'm getting ready to gulp down here.
Oh yeah, the Hint raspberry water. Yeah. So that's all natural, non-GMO, no mosquito preservatives, flavored water. It's really clean ingredients.
All right, here, Mike's Medicine Mart. We're talking to our buddy William Yarber. Coming up, we'll find out there's a football coach in the Big Ten's on the hot seat. He's in trouble. We're going to tell you who that is. There may be a guy on the hot seat down in Knoxville. Should be. That was pretty inexcusable what we saw Saturday as far as basic fundamental football, but we'll talk more about that. Also, we're going to get into the NFL, the National Football League, coming up in a few minutes. But first, he's got show and tell. It's Solgar time at the OK Corral. 20% off of Mike's Medicine Mart. Tell me about Solgar, would you please?
Yeah, so we got these really awesome vitamin C gummies for kids that Solgar has started making, and they are selling like crazy. All the moms are coming in and getting them for their kids. And a lot of the employees are eating them too, because they're really good. There's a strawberry flavor and an orange flavor. They're just mixed in there. But the strawberry ones are really good. I've tried them myself. And they are a child's dose, which is 250 milligrams per gummy. So you can adjust to adults' dosage pretty easily, which is usually anywhere from 500 to 1,000 milligrams. But it's getting cold season, so, stock up on the vitamin C. Helps build the immune system, keep you healthy.
Vitamin C gummies. This is from Solgar. It's 20% off.
Yeah.
All month long, all right?
Yep.
That's number
and
one.
Then, the same kind of style, they also make a children's multivitamin that's a gummy. And they're called U-Cubes because they're like little sugar cubes. So there's a grape, orange, and cherry flavor. Kids love these. We every now and then we'll just open a bottle and have them at the register and just let the kids try them, let the moms try them. Everybody just loves them. They're really great. Also 20% off. There is 120 of them in here too. So, man, you're doing 2 a day. So, yeah.
You're talking 2 months worth.
Yeah.
2 months worth. That's great.
Yeah,
20% off.
Cold season and school season both together. So vitamin C and the multivitamin keeps the whole household healthy.
We're here live again at Mike's Medicine Mart. We're talking to William Yarber, keep everybody healthy. So we got the vitamin C and the multivitamins for the kids, and then what else you got for Solgar?
We still got some of the buy one get one free packs from Solgar that are still 20% off as well. So they're 20% off, and you're also getting a free bottle. This one is the orange flavored vitamin D. Vitamin D also plays a role in immune health. So flu season coming up, dose on the vitamin D to keep your immune system healthy, and also plays a role in healthy mood, healthy outlook to everything. So vitamin D is very important. It's very often overlooked, and so right now you can take advantage and get a free bottle on top of your 20% off. Each bottle has 59 uses, so
you get buy one get one free and then 20% off of that.
Yeah.
So that's a double whammy.
Exactly.
That's a no-brainer, really.
Right.
I mean, you can't really get any better than that,
Yeah.
except get it free. But you get 2 for 1 and a 20% off the top. So
Yeah.
we're talking to William Yarber. You see on the screen from Mike's Medicine Mart. This guy does a great job. Now let me brag on him. This is very kind for him to do this. This is typically his day off. And so when we told him we were going to be here, he changed his off days so he could be here and be on the show. That was very, very kind, and that shows you what a class guy William Yarber is. So there you go.
Always a pleasure, Tom.
Yep. I enjoy you being here and enjoy coming here and then being with you and Dr. Walton and all the kids here at Mike's Medicine Mart. So
Yeah, we have fun.
Yep. So what else going on? What else you want to talk about?
Same deal. BOGO and 20% off. This one's the vitamin B12 liquid, and it's also a vitamin B complex. So you're getting all your B vitamins with a little extra dose of B12. All of these play a healthy role in your energy production. It also helps metabolize sugars and carbs as well. So you're getting a really great blend here that Solgar does in the liquid form of B12. It's just a wonderful product for athletes or people that are doing specific diets where they may not get their full dose of B vitamins. So, and your B vitamins are all water soluble, so you don't really have to worry about being in excess. So you can really dose up on it, and any excess just gets flushed out of your system.
So what's the benefits of B12? Why do we need B12 in our system?
Mainly for your energy production. So a lot of times you feel lagged or just low energy. Majority of the time it's a B deficiency, and a lot of people have a B deficiency and don't really ever know about it or think about it being that. So it's one of the more harder vitamins to absorb from foods. So it's good to take a B12, routinely.
Talking to William Yarber from Mike's Medicine Mart. We're live here again at Solgar, 20% off the month of September. What else going on? What else is moving?
So, we've got an event coming up pretty soon at Max. This is what we're all excited about. It's our 28 years of being open. So that's going to be on October the 20th. We're all really excited. We've got a special deal we're going to do where over in my department we're going to have 30% off of all the supplements. We've never did that before. So instead of just a 20% off a certain brand every month like we normally do, we're doing 30% off the entire supplements. So that's really great. We're hoping to get some really good feedback from it. And that would also, we got planned? We're also going to have some giveaways. So we've got a lot of products that we've been kind of stowing away in the giveaway container. So we're going to have some prizes. We're planning to do some type of maybe a prize wheel kind of thing, just some way to distribute the prizes and gifts.
I can see you with one of those bow ties that blinks. You're going to be the ringmaster with it. Spin the wheel with William. Come on down. We got a cane and a little top hat, and that'll be good. So that's coming up on the 20th of October.
Yeah,
we'll be here for that. That's on a Friday. I'm going to make sure we'll rearrange my schedules. We'll be here for the 28th anniversary. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's going to be cool, and lots of specials all throughout the store. It's a one-day kind of a celebration, blowout birthday party.
Definitely, yeah, and we've got really cool prizes. There's not kind of little rinky-dink things. There's like T-shirts and hats and alarm clocks and just really great stuff that we have from a lot of our vendors. Like Nature's Waste chipped in and sent us a bunch of stuff to give away. We've got a couple things from Savannah Bee Company. We've got some stuff from Now that they're sending, Blue Bond. So we've got all the companies kind of chipping in too to send some cool stuff over that we can give away to our very loyal customers.
As you can see on his badge, he's the manager of the Good Food Grocery here again at Mike's Medicine Mart. So Allergy season is here. It's dry. It's hot. We're getting ready to switch seasons. Fall comes in here on Friday. Over the counter, what do you have to help folks out with allergies?
We have lots of alternatives for that. Like we had in my section over the natural department, we have like this part called Sinus Fix. It's a nasal spray. We have lots of great feedback from it. It actually has immune boosters in it, so you're boosting your immune system, and you're also having a decongestant, so you're flushing out all the dust and things that come along with fall. So that's, it hydrates the sinuses. There's aloe vera gel in there to keep everything hydrated and keeps irritation low. So we have a good maybe 30 different selections to kind of tailor to everybody. We have your more traditional nasal sprays too, and then we have like Allegra. We have all the good over-the-counter stuff that everybody loves. And yeah, you're right. It's coming up on us. Everybody will be sneezing. Leaves change. The dust just goes crazy.
Oh yeah, and so it's dry out there, of course, and it's hot for this time of year. And fall comes in on Friday. So if you need over-the-counter allergies or any kind of advice, you want to come here again at Mike's Medicine Mart. What are some of the other things folks come in here looking for help from? They're saying, "Can you help me with this?" ...
It varies from season to season, of course. We're coming up, like you said, on the whole dryness and allergies, so that's going to be a big thing pretty soon. But we're stepping up on flu season as well, so we're getting a lot of customers coming in looking for like the Sambucus products, which is standardized elderberry. It's wonderful to boost the immune system as well, but there's a lot of studies that kind of go into elderberry where it will help relieve flu symptoms like body aches, fever. So if you feel the flu coming on, that's a great thing to take. I've used it myself and had some pretty good results. We also got zinc lozenges, zinc capsules, so it's another great way to help build your immune system. To kind of, if you go ahead and build your immune system up before the flu season, you're a lot less likely to get it, and if you do get it, it's usually a lot shorter lived and more mellow than the full-on in bed for 3 days flu.
I'm looking at the zinc lozenges from here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different flavors. Is that Zan? Is that the name of the company?
Yeah, that's Zan. They do a really good job. They'll taste pretty good.
That's the ones that I live and die off of, because I had a pocket full of those at the Speedway when I was talking for a week, and so I didn't lose my voice. And so zinc lozenge works if you are getting a scratchy throat or getting laryngitis or whatever the case may be. These zinc lozenges work. I can tell you that firsthand. They're right here. Only place I get them, of course, is at Mike's Medicine Mart. So we're right in the middle of football season, of course, college and high school football season. What kind of snacks are over there? What are some of the more popular snacks folks have been coming in buying so far here to snack on and tailgate on Saturdays?
We just got a shipment in from Freddy's Peanut Company. They do lots of really great bar mixes and peanut mixes. We carry pistachios, roasted cashews, sriracha ranch peanuts, which are really good. They do just your traditional hot and spicy blend, salted and unsalted. They make a peanut brittle that's really great. And there was a new one that came in. It's the 5 o'clock bar crunch. So there's like peanuts, pretzels, and like a little cheddar mix in there. So it's good stuff you can take tailgating. They're in these little sealed canisters. They got a resealable lid on them, so you can take them on the go with you. And then over in the over-the-counter section, the Troyer cheeses, the shelf-stable cheese is a great thing to tailgate with. You don't have to worry about refrigerating and all that stuff. And then we have lots of healthy drinks too that you could take out to tailgate with. Sparkling waters, the Acadia Italian sodas are really great. And a lot of people don't really think about, after summer's over, like, I don't really have to drink that much water or hydrate anymore. It's kind of the opposite. That's where you get a lot of dryness in the sinuses and everything like that, because everybody's drinking warm drinks, coffee, and they forget to drink water. So that's a really important thing that to do during the fall too. You really wouldn't think about it.
Dr. Walton taught me way back in the day that wintertime is more important to drink water this time of year going into the fall and winter than it is in the summertime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to summer too, but your body needs, you just got to hydrate it more. A lot of folks don't think it that way, but that's really the way it is. Wintertime is a big time to be drinking lots of water.
Yeah, and you see me with my giant bottle of Essentia. I love this water. Like, they add electrolytes to it, so you're balancing out your electrolytes as well. It's great stuff.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
Give me some taters. You get to go to lunch now. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for coming on your day off.
Anytime, man.
Yep, good man right there, buddy. William Yarber from. I'm Tom Taylor. You are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. Showroom at Champion Chevrolet, and we're looking forward to doing that. Of course, hanging out with our buddy Andy Dietrich, and of course we'll be there on Thursday anyway during the show, and always like hanging out with our buddy Andy Dietrich and Tim Copenhagen and the folks again at Champion Chevrolet. So, hey, we're live again at Mike's Medicine Mart. We're here again until the top of the hour, having a big time talking sports. Last night in Monday Night Football, it was getting late into the third quarter. The Giants were down 17-7 to the Lions. After barely moving the football all night, Giants had just marched right down to the Lions' 2-yard line, thanks to a 38-yard pass to Jarrell Adams, a 17-yard pass to Brandon Marshall, and after a penalty, a 7-yard pass to Evan Ingram. Problem is, it's 4th down. Love this. Needing both a touchdown and a field goal to tie the game, Giants coach Ben McAdoo had a choice to make. Some would argue that you go for the field goal and take the points, making it a one-score game. Others would point out that a team struggling to move the football down the field needs to take advantage of getting so close to the end zone and get the touchdown now. 4th and goal from the 2. Giants. Giants never got off the play. Eli Manning couldn't get the snap off in time. It took a delay of game penalty. What happened? After the game, here's what the coach said. Ben McAdoo says, quote, sloppy quarterback play. Quarterback and the center need to be on the same page to get the ball snapped. Why didn't McAdoo call a timeout as the play clock ticked down, realizing they were getting ready to get a delay of game penalty? He says, quote, because we have a veteran quarterback who's played a lot of football, I expect us to get the ball snapped. Giants, by the way, are 0-2. And the Lions get the win last night, 24-10 on Monday Night Football. Other NFL news, Dak Prescott's awful Sunday just didn't involve 20 incompletions, a 5-yard per attempt, 2 interceptions, and a very low passing rate. It also involved an ankle injury. So Prescott, again, Cowboys coach Jason Garrett revealing that Prescott injured his ankle against the Broncos. And so he said he's okay, ready to go for this week's game. But, again, Prescott did roll his ankle and get hurt in the game Sunday against the Denver Broncos. It wasn't just Dak Prescott who got called out by his coach following the Cowboys' loss. A day later, Jason Garrett also called out his star running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Garrett didn't rip him for his lack of production, 8 yards on 9 carries in an NFL football game. Instead, he admitted that Elliott didn't give his full effort on 2 plays, adding the issue will be addressed. Well, he had the 2 plays that were not good plays, Garrett said. The 2 interceptions, obviously. One of the things we preach to our team on both sides of the ball, when there's a turnover, everybody's involved. We win as a team, we lose as a team. If you're an offensive player, become a defensive player on a fumble or interception. So, again, he did not give his full effort on 2 plays, and so the coach kind of calls him out, and he should have. Oh, speaking of Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to be able to play. U.S. District Court judge denied NFL's request for an emergency stay of an injunction granted to Ezekiel Elliott, meaning the running back can continue to play for the Cowboys while his legal challenge of a 6-game suspension works its way through the court. So we kind of figured that was what was going to happen, and it is. So Ezekiel Elliott's going to be okay to tote the football for the Dallas Cowboys going forward. So that's what's going on in the NFL again on this on this Tuesday. We're live at Mike's Medicine Mart. Let's run down for you who's playing where this week in the NFL. Of course, the one that really matters, the Raiders, going to be against the Redskins in Washington. That's coming up again on Sunday night on the night game of the National Football League. Let's use as a reference tool the Johnson City Press and run down the NFL for you. And let's see, where might it be? Ain't that a fine howdy doody? It's not in here. So let's go to the, what are the, here we go. No, it's not in this one either. So where's the paper that has the footballs? Here we go. Got the wrong one. My bad. So here we go. National Football League is this week. Picked up the wrong paper, the outdated paper. Coming up Thursday night, the Rams will take on San Francisco in San Francisco. Sunday, Baltimore-Jacksonville in London at Wembley Stadium. 9:30 in the morning game between the Ravens and the Jags. Later that day on Sunday, the Saints will be in Carolina to battle the Panthers. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Denver, Buffalo. The Steelers on the road at Chicago to play the hapless Chicago Bears. Miami and New York to battle the Jets. Giants in Philadelphia. Falcons will be in Detroit to battle Detroit. Houston in New England to battle the Patriots of Tom Brady. Indianapolis hosting Cleveland. Titans home to Seattle on Sunday. Kansas City on the road against L.A., the Chargers. Cincinnati at Green Bay. And the night game on Sunday night, the team, the Raiders, taking on the Washington Redskins in the nation's capital. And then on Monday night football coming up, the Cowboys in Arizona to battle the Cardinals. That's your schedule this week for the NFL. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at college football. Got a couple of guys on the hot seat. And also, if he's available, it's been very busy here this morning. We'll check in with Dr. Barry Walton, see if we can get him in here on the show before we get out of here. We're live again at Max Meadows Mart in Kingsport, where Solgar is 20% off for the month of September. Also, don't forget tonight coming up, pretty cool, we're going to be broadcasting the T.A. Duggar Cyclone Middle School football game. They've asked us to come do it. I said, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll be doing the Duggar and the Crockett Middle School Pioneer football game. 5:15 airtime. We'll kick it off right around 5:30 tonight from Brown Children's Stadium in Elizabethton. So T.A. Duggar Middle School football coming up later on this afternoon. T.A. Duggar and the Crockett Middle School Pioneers. We got stats. We got starting lineups. It's going to be really cool. And so we're going to bring you the Cyclones and the Junior Pioneers at 5:30 this afternoon right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. T.A. Duggar Cyclone Middle School football right here and only here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
I'm Tom Taylor. You are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom of Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one-and-done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back with the Tom Dillon Sports Show. There we go. Win tickets to Charlotte Motor Speedway Drive for the Cure 300 on October the 7th. Bank of America 500 October the 8th. Enter to win at TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Again, multiple winners. We'll give it away on Monday, October the 2nd. And so we're very excited about that. So be sure and go. And also, while you're out there trying to win things, be sure and go to the picking panel. Boom, there it is. Through Thursday night, you can guess correctly and win a $25 prize, just like Tony Briggs did at Watauga. He was a winner this past week. TomTaylorSports.com/football. And good luck. And, gosh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, don't forget, as we said, we're going to be live again coming up tonight. We're going to be live at 5:15 airtime, kickoff at 5:30. We're going to bring you the T.A. Duggar Davy Crockett Middle School Pioneer football game from Brown Children's Stadium in Elizabeth. And so we're pretty excited about that. And so the 5-1, I believe it is. Yeah, 5-1 T.A. Duggar Cyclone football team. The 8th graders going to be out there ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so we were asked to come do that and said, yeah, what the heck? It's those young people that we want to promote. So, yes, we'll be there doing that. So we will bring you the T.A. Duggar and Crockett Middle School football game today, which is kind of neat, I think. I'm looking forward to it. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And it'll be coming up at 5:15 this afternoon right here at Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. Well, there he is. No, that's not really him, but I'm going to get him up on the camera because he's a whole lot prettier than me. Boom, there he is, Dr. Barry Walton from Max Medicine Mart. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Tom Taylor. How you doing today?
Cool. So we're going to do a middle school football game today. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
T.A. Duggar and Crockett Middle School.
Oh,
got lineups.
T.A. Duggar's tough now.
Oh, baby. I went and watched some practice yesterday. Them little fellas knock you. Yeah, they'll knock you.
They've got some Walton blood over there.
Yes, they do. They most certainly do. You got some on the middle school team?
We do.
Really?
Yes.
So I need to be watching. Do you know who the young man's?
Seipert.
Aha. You're right. He is there.
How about that?
There you go. So he's everywhere. The Walton blood is everywhere. So neat stuff. We'll be over there again tonight. We're going to be doing T.A. Duggar and Crockett Middle School football. I don't think they've ever even been on the radio, and let alone we're going to be on the internet. So it goes all over the world, digital stereo. Can't beat it. So they asked us to come do it, and we said we would. All right, before we get into matters in hand, you and our old footballers, a couple of topics to go over. Cowboys pointing fingers. Jason Garrett comes out this morning and says Prescott had an ankle injury. That's why he had a poor performance. He said that Elliott quit on him on 2 plays. LaDainian Tomlinson came out yesterday and said that Elliott quit on him, 9 carries, 8 yards total. Everybody seems to be a little bit upset the Cowboys went up and laid an egg against the Broncos, who are, pretty good football team. Let's start right there. This is not a Yahoo football team. They're pretty good, but what's your take on anything going on with your team right now in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm not real happy. That pretty much says it all.
There you go.
We were talking off the air. You and I could probably make 8 yards on 9 carries. So, it all goes back to he is from Ohio State. So, the expectations were low to begin with, and it just seems to get lower and lower. I don't know.
Just go ahead and hit it. I don't even want to hit it. Just go ahead and hit it. There you go. Ohio State Buckeyes. So.
They still play football up there, by the way?
They do play football. They've got who they got this week, the mighty.
Is it Oklahoma? Oh, no. They don't want to play Oklahoma again.
No, they got.
They had Army last week, though.
UNLV this week. The Running Reds.
Well, that's better than the directional Michigan schools that used to play.
Go ahead and hit it. There we go. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Barry Walton from Max Medicine Mart. So, in your humble opinion, you've played football for many, many, many years, obviously. You're a big fan of it. What went wrong? I mean, everybody's after Butch Jones, and is that deserved? This guy made some pretty bonehead calls, I think, but I want to get it from you. What do you think about Saturday?
For all of those people that thought Butch Jones wasn't the man for the job, he gave them a lot of ammunition, just a lot of ammunition. I don't have a problem throwing inside the 10-yard line, but not on every play. I think he was 7 for 7, including an interception.
Mm-hmm.
No points out of those 7 plays inside the 10. A couple of them which were inside the 1. Just, even Sandra Bullock in that movie she was in,
Blindside,
even she knew to run the dang ball.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a receiver. I love throwing the ball, but not on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Run it in there.
Well, it's Southeastern Conference football. I mean, those guys up front are averaging 2 and 3, well, in some cases almost 300 pounds to the man. You've got Dormady, I don't know how tall he is, got to be 6'1", 6'2". Don't tell me you can't get me straight. I mean, granted, the other side's got some big boys too, but,
They weren't stopping them all day.
No, they took right down the field.
I mean, it was, I don't know. It was a weird game to begin with. I mean, two teams that probably neither one of them deserved to be ranked in the top 25, to be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
Florida had, their top receiver, their top running back suspended again. And, got 7 more guys that are suspended also. So it's not like they're playing a fully established top 25 team. There's just no excuse in your 5th year to be pulling bonehead plays like those that they called and losing like that. It was embarrassing. And I know Butch Jones will probably not be confused with Nick Saban, but maybe he could be just a little bit more like him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he should aspire to maybe have a little bit more of that tough nose Southeastern Conference football than some of the other things that he's developed. I don't know.
Are the cliches wearing thin?
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
It's all on me, and we're mad, and we're hurt, we're angry.
We those bricks that we've been using to build things with, people are now picking them up and throwing them back. So it's
there we go.
Not very nice.
This is what he said, Butch Jones. I've got no dog in none either way. I'm a Marshall man, and I'm liking the Hokies more and more. But he says there's a lot of nuances that occurred through the course of those 2 plays. But make no mistake about it, we get the football down there. We need to run the football. We need to score touchdowns. Well, he's the guy making the calls. He's ultimately the head coach.
Who I was going to say, who
it's
is
like
the
he
coach
stepped
there?
back and pointing fingers. I mean, that's the way I interpret it. It's like Butch.
What's he doing? Is he talking into a mirror?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So, at the end of the day, your name's at the top of the totem pole, Cowboy. You're the head coach, so you're making good money to be there.
It is for now.
Yeah, so here's some couple other stats to prove Barry's point. John Kelly, 141 yards, averaged 7 yards a carry. Yet the Vols did not run the ball in any of their 7 snaps from inside Florida's 10. In those 7 passes from inside the 10, Quentin Dormady was 1 for 7 with -1 yard and an interception. Now, there's no
Outstanding.
That's football 101 right there, baby.
It is. I mean, I can guarantee you, T.A. Duggar will be better prepared inside the 10-yard line than the Tennessee Vols were, and that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and there's no
and
excuse
no
for
disrespect to T.A. Duggar.
Right. And so for what the man's getting paid, there's no excuse. And so, they'll
I'm
blister
pretty
UMass.
sure the T.A. Duggar coach isn't getting $4 million a year.
No. And they'll blister UMass this week, and everybody will be happy for a while. But they're 0-4. I think I read where they're the worst Division I football team in America. So
Tennessee scheduled well this year.
Yeah. Then they jump into Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Kentucky in a row.
And, at this point, realistically, they can maybe count one of those as a win.
Yeah.
And that being South Carolina, I don't count Kentucky as a win. Kentucky looked pretty decent against South Carolina this past week. So, Kentucky's 3-0, and they beat the teams they were supposed to beat.
I've said all along that's the trap game on the Tennessee schedule going up there in Lexington on October 28th. So we're talking to Dr. Barry Walton. Your Crimson Tide, meanwhile, disposed of Colorado State as they should have.
Absolutely.
They now travel to Vanderbilt. So both 3-0. And here's Vandy, the surprise, I think, of the SEC East. They're 3-0, and they've got wins against Middle Tennessee State, Alabama A&M, and Kansas State. First two, but now Kansas State, that's a pretty quality win there.
That's a quality win against a ranked opponent. So those are good things. Vanderbilt's been coming along. Ask Tennessee the last time they played. I was unfortunately at that game down in Nashville also. So I feel like sometimes I'm a jinx. I'm getting to that point. In fact, I can tell you my UMass tickets will not be used by me this weekend.
Mama says we ain't going. Every time we go, you lose.
Well,
we lose.
My gracious, we go to most of the home games. We took 2 road trips last year, and it was South Carolina and Vanderbilt, and we know how those 2 games turned out in the great collapse of the 2016 season. So this year, we're being a lot more selective. We're actually the road trip we're going to take this year is to Tuscaloosa. So as an Alabama fan, I'm hoping that the home team actually wins that game. So, but you just never know. And Alabama played their cream puffs too. So I'm not cracking on the way things are actually scheduled. It's interesting. The Colorado State game is actually a payback game for Bama because this ties all these teams we've been talking about together. Jim McElwain used to be a coach for Saban. He went to Colorado State, and then when Florida was looking for a new head coach, they went to Colorado State and got McElwain. So when Alabama sent McElwain to Colorado State, one of the deals was a 2-game series with Alabama, and it's a money game for Colorado State.
Sure.
It helps keep their program afloat. So that's a good thing for Colorado State. It gives a kind of a breather for Alabama, although Colorado State probably scored more points than Nick would be happy with, but of course that gives him more motivational ammunition for the next team coming up, and they're going to probably need it against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has one heck of a defense. They were flying all over the ball against K-State. The K-State quarterback, by all accounts, is a quality quarterback, and they pretty much shut him down. So, and of course you can't choose who you play inside the conference. You got to play whoever this conference schedules you with if you're outside the division. So Alabama being in the West, Vanderbilt being in the East, that's one of the crossover games, just like Alabama is for Tennessee. So you have to play those games, but this year it's kind of interesting. It's first time in many moons that both teams have been undefeated when they play each other. So it's going to be an interesting game, and we'll see what happens.
For all the negativity in Knoxville, I think there's a lot of positives coming out of Johnson City. As the East Tennessee State Buccaneers were ahead with 11:42 to play, getting ready to pull off a big upset against now the new rankings are out there now 10th in the country, the Citadel Bulldogs. But I thought Coach Torbush, and he said we're not into moral victories, but I thought it was a moral victory. They lose the game, especially the way they came off getting creamed by James Madison 52-10 to come back and have the 13th ranked team in the country on the ropes at your place. I thought that was a great statement for the program.
Right, and the James Madison was #1 ranked team on the road, then you see what a number 13 team does at your own home place. So, I understand what Coach Torbish is saying, and I agree with him. There are no moral victories, but it's a measuring stick, and to be as young of a program as ETSU has, it's just showing that there's some good quality football, and I'll be over in Johnson City watching some games. So, and if it's between UT and ETSU right now, I'm
blue and gold.
I'm blue and gold, baby. And it's just one of those things. At least you know that with Coach Torbish and stuff, you're going to get a well-coached team. He's been there, done that, and I can guarantee you, if he was on the 1 yard line, he's not going to be throwing the ball all over the place.
No, he's pounding it.
He's going to pound the rock just like the SEC teams do, and of course Coach Torbish has coached in the SEC. He's coached in the ACC, and that's really what I'd like to talk about. How about those Clemson Tigers? I know they're ranked number 2 this week, but if I had a vote, I would put them at number 1. I think they shut down the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Did a great job against Louisville. So did a bang-up job against Auburn. Sacked the Auburn quarterback 11 times. Unbelievable. I mean, this is a program that was looking to challenge Alabama this year. Still might. We don't know. That game's not till the end of the year, so we'll see what happens. A lot of things can change between now and then. But I thought Clemson did an outstanding job against Louisville.
They've got their 3-0 back home in Death Valley, taking on Boston College this afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Boston College at 1-2. So let's get your take on 4 games. We're going to jump into a little bit about Max and your vaccination destination. Ranked teams this week: number 16 Texas Christian at number 6 Oklahoma State, both 3-0. That should be a pretty good ball game between TCU, the Horned Frogs, and the Cowboys. Who do you like in that one?
Well, I think TCU struggled a little bit against SMU, which I was very surprised at, and I saw Oklahoma State just totally dismantle Pitt at Pitt after Pitt played Penn State the week before, and that game was over with fast. And that offense that Oklahoma State has is something to be reckoned with. Still not real sure about what kind of defense they have, but I will certainly take Oklahoma State in that game.
Mississippi State, 17th ranked Bulldogs, big win last week over LSU, which I think shows there's some some holes in the sails, if you will, down on the old LSU ship. Mississippi State 3-0 at Georgia, 7 o'clock Saturday night down between the hedges. Georgia 3-0 and 11th in the country. That should be a pretty good ball game.
It should be a pretty good ball game, and I think University of Tennessee should be very grateful that game is being played before Georgia comes to Knoxville. I think it gives Tennessee a very good opportunity to get a Georgia team that's going to experience a physical game the week before. And let's face it, Tennessee, this should be almost like an open date for Tennessee this week. They should not have to play their starters all that time. They might be able to even get their backup quarterback under center, and maybe he can take a snap.
So we haven't been practicing that.
Since they've gone all year without letting him practice under center. Wait a minute, I've got to get back on track here. But it's I think that will be a good game. Quite frankly, even though it's between the hedges, I think I'm going to go with Mississippi State on that one.
Here's Butch Jones's quote about going up underneath center for Garantano. We didn't think it was fair for Jarrett to have to go into the game and do an underneath center snap when he didn't have time to practice the underneath center snap.
I thought he was a quarterback.
What have they been doing all fall?
Evidently,
running out of shotgun?
Evidently, they've just been playing 7-on-7 or something. I don't know.
I've had 2 people tell me today if he does better, when he opens his mouth, it's worse if he just kept his mouth shut because he just digs a hole. Then he comes out those cliches. All right, Penn State, 4th in this country, 3-0. They're going to be at Iowa, which is a tough place to go. They're undefeated at 3-0. Nittany Lions or the Hawkeyes in Iowa this weekend?
Can I have another game? That's a Big Ten game. I'll let me think. I'll go with Penn State on that one, even though Iowa is a tough place to play. I think Penn State is good enough to. I think Penn State's actually good enough to run the table in the Big Ten. I think I'm not sold on Harbaugh yet, so
no,
we'll
I'm
see
not
what
either.
happens.
No, I'm not either. It's something. Daddy would say smoke and mirrors, but we'll see. Number 20, Florida at Kentucky. 1-1 Gators. Again, it's going to be a night game in Lexington, and the Wildcats are 3-0. Played some. Let's see. Kentucky's defeated Southern Miss, Eastern Kentucky, and South Carolina, and 2 of those been on the road. So Wildcats back home. I think it's the longest losing streak in Division I football. Kentucky's lost to Florida 450,000 times or something. So can they do it this Saturday evening?
Kentucky can do it.
Yeah.
Kentucky should have done it a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They got really. They were the recipients of some very questionable referee decisions, and the film shows clearly that the ball was snapped after the clock was on 0. So they actually got an extra play, and that's the play they scored on. So Kentucky will be highly motivated. They'll be playing at home. Florida at this point just has to feel blessed to be have a win on their schedule, really. I mean, they've had to play Michigan shorthanded. The hurricane was just a horrible thing that happened to them, and then they got the Hail Mary against Tennessee for a win. So they're very fortunate. So this is an opportunity for Kentucky to finally put that demon to rest. So just for Norman Sobel and his daughter and grandson who used to punt for the University of Kentucky, I'm going to go with the Wildcats on this one.
Florida's schedule, by the way, Kentucky this Saturday, then back home to Vanderbilt. They stay at home for LSU, then go to Texas A&M. So that's not UNLV and Army and Rutgers on that schedule. So week in, week out, SEC, I mean, they club each other to death. Before we get into matters at hand, Northern Illinois, the Nebraska Athletic Director has come out and said, unacceptable, the loss. Nebraska at home to Northern Illinois on Saturday. Nebraska Athletic Director Sean Eichhorst called the loss, quote, unacceptable. Quote, they have to do better, the players have to do better, and they have to prepare for next week. Nobody's feeling sorry for anybody. There are no excuses to be made. This is unacceptable. Mike Riley, the coach, now in the hot seat, 16-13 in Nebraska. He's 1-2. Saturday's loss puts Nebraska 1-2 for only the third time since 1961.
That's the year I was born.
The heat's on. You think Tom Osborne's not unhappy camper?
Oh, my gosh.
Goodness gracious. So, anyway, that's college football. We are here at Mike's Medicine Mart for a few more minutes, and we're going to be back here on October the 20th. We're going to rearrange our schedule. I want to be back in here and broadcast that day here. That's going to be the big birthday celebration, right?
That will be.
Yeah, I want to be here for that one because William said it's the 28th anniversary. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
A big 28 years.
Yeah, on October the 20th, so that's on a Friday. And with your permission, I'm here.
I'd love to have you here.
Oh, I'm in here.
I always love having you here, but especially on that day. That's going to be a big celebration.
Goodness. He said a bunch of giveaways. We'll have a lot to talk about between now and October the 20th about that event. But vaccination destination. Flu season right around the corner. Folks traveling for a lot of different reasons. You have a lot of different vaccinations you can administer to people. Tell me about it.
Absolutely, and we're going full blast. I've shot several people while you were on the radio earlier today, so and we will continue throughout the day and throughout the rest of this year. If you're under 65, we have a quadrivalent, which is a 4-strain flu shot. There's 2 A strains, 2 B strains, and we can get you that. If you don't have any insurance, $25. If you do have insurance, most of the time they'll pay 100% of it. If you are over 65, there's a trivalent high-dose vaccine that's recommended. It's actually 4 times stronger than the regular vaccine because as we get older, our immune system doesn't respond to the vaccines like they would as when we're older. So it takes more of the vaccine to actually cause your body to build up an immune response. So over 65, we've got the high-dose vaccines in. Medicare pays for those 100%, so there's no reason not to get those. It's the number one way, Tom, of avoiding the flu is to make sure you get vaccinated. So we want people to be aware of that. You can come in. It's a four question survey on a little piece of paper. Let us know your status, and then we can get you vaccinated in and out pretty quickly. And you can also look around at Max Medicine Mart because we've got a lot of things that a lot of folks don't have. As an interesting thing, as an aside, Tom, we had a lady that was talking about the high-dose vaccine actually on Facebook, And she said, you can't get the high dose anywhere except the doctor's office. And I corrected her. I said, actually you can get that at Max Medicine Mart. And she said, you're right. I got it there one year when my doctor was out. And she said, but I just don't think of Max as a pharmacy because we have so many other things.
There you go.
So I said, that's instructive to me because, people need to think of Max not only as a pharmacy, but remember that we have good food grocery in the middle. We've got durable medical equipment as well. We do have a lot of things in here, but our primary and core business is healthcare and pharmacy. So we want to make sure that people do realize that we are a full-service pharmacy. We not only can counsel you on your medications, we not only do medication therapy management, we not only compound for you, but we do vaccinations. We want to be, as you said, your vaccination destination. So there's a lot of things that we can do for you here at Max. We're looking at the flu shots right now, but we can also look at other things as well, like just B1. So now you get the Prevnar 13, and then 1 year later you can get the Pneumovax 23, and Medicare will pay for both of those 100%. So it's nothing out of your pocket, and it will protect you against pneumonia. And of course, we always remind people they tell people pneumonia is the old person's friend because it's supposedly an easy way to go into our next life, but we don't want to rush that. So we want to do what we can to make sure that that's not something that comes before its time. So those are some of the vaccines that we have. We have others. We have the hepatitis A, we have hepatitis B, we have the Twinrix, which combines the A and B. So almost any kind of vaccine that you have, if we don't have it, we can usually get it. We had a situation where one of the local chemical companies had some folks that were going overseas and needed a specific vaccine, and evidently the pharmacy they used didn't have it, so they had called Max Medicine Mart, and we got it for them. And so their employees started coming over here to get that, and we certainly appreciated that because not only did we get the business for the vaccine that they needed, we also got some of their other business as well. A lot of those people like the way that we do business here, so they transferred their prescriptions into us. So that's just some of the things we do here at Max Medicine Mart. We're always looking for ways to help folks out. We've had some other pharmacies in the area that have been out of atenolol, for instance, which is a beta blocker used for a lot of different things, but it's used for hypertension, it's used for headache prevention. So a lot of times they'll use it for migraine prevention. Some people actually use it for performance anxiety. If you're getting ready to give a shot or give a speech or something like that, you want to maybe calm yourself down a little bit. This will slow your heart rate down. You won't get all that anxious about it. Some people use atenolol for that, but there's all sorts of different things that people use atenolol for. It's been very short. A couple of chains in town have not had it, and actually told some doctor's offices that it was not available. We had it here the whole time, so we sent out some feelers to the doctor's offices, let them know that it was still available. Actually called some of the pharmacies that were telling people this to let them know that we did have it too. And so we're transferring some of those folks in over here where they know that we'll do our best to take care of them, stock up on some of these products when we see that there's maybe a looming shortage coming up. So that's just some of the things that we do here to try to take care of folks in our community. We try to be, as good to our community as they are to us, and that's saying a lot because the community has been very, very good to us, and we don't take that for granted. We don't take it very lightly. We want to make sure that we respond to the folks that have been very good to us.
Don and Dr. Barry Walton, got a few more minutes here. Got some new stuff too. Got some new toys, which I like, and check that out. Oh, wait a minute, you got to put it over here. Isn't that cool? That's that little lamp that you can use as a backup if you lose power, and then also that goes that way. And then you also have a little carrying handle that I like that from Nebo, and so probably gonna walk right out here with that here in just a minute. I know I'm walking out with this. This is cool. It's funny because I just was looking for one the other day, a folding lock blade utility knife by Nebo. And that one's going to go right with me as soon as we leave here. And then I thought this is pretty cool. Tell us about this because this is bright light. Flip it where you need it. This is Nebo, and check this out. It's, I had to get over in front of the camera, but there you go. And then there's the other one. See there? And you can put them up in a closet, put them up in cabinets, in a garage, whatever. And it comes with some hook and loop double-sided tape or some magnets or some drywall screw holes. There's different ways you can hang these or put them up, but again they take 3 AAA batteries which are included. It's called Flip It Where You Need It. Neat stuff. So, and then Karen says you can't keep these in stock, so
That's
my
true.
point is this is not just a basic pharmacy, and obviously you know that when you hear and watch this show. Where's the little dooflotchy, the price tag that oh there it is, for $1.59 in the shit. There's 5 different colors or style, or not styles, 5 different colors. Can't keep them in stock. The original washcloth, I mean not washcloth, but Wash towel. No. What is this? Help me.
I would call it a wash towel.
Yeah.
It's a dish towel.
Dish towel. Thank you. The original dish towel. So.
But it's and it's true. I mean, it's amazing. You know, people will be standing around. They'll go look at those and they go, and all of a sudden you'll have 2 or 3 in their hand to check out with. They're great little dish towels. But Karen does such a great job with out front stuff, and all this stuff was stuff that she got. The lights, the flippets, all that stuff. The knives are all things that Karen gets, and of course, we're stocking up now and buying stuff up for Christmas. So it's never too early to start doing all that stuff.
96 days away.
Right, yeah, we're under 100 days, so my gracious.
Yeah.
I tell you, this year has just been flying by. I guess the older I get, the faster it flies by. So,
amen, brother.
But it's she does a great job, and we're very fortunate here to have very, very conscientious employees in all of our departments that do a great job of taking care of people, and that's what we want. We want to make sure that we take care of our patients the same way we take care of our family, and that's what we consider our patients. They're part of our extended family, so we want to make sure that we recognize them and take the best care of them that we can.
Back to sports. Last question. All seriousness, Butch Jones in trouble? Should he be in trouble? Is he in trouble?
He should be in trouble, and he is in trouble.
There you
go. I like the way he came into the program. I thought he came in with a lot of positivity, but the cliches are running thin, and at some point you have to perform. Year 5, it's all your folks down there now, so there's no reason to have those duh moments like we had this past Saturday. It was, and everybody knows I'm an Alabama fan, but Tennessee's my second favorite team. I root for Tennessee every game except one every year.
Sure.
So, and I've got season tickets. I'm a graduate of the University of Tennessee. So there are reasons why, I'm interested in the Tennessee program. But I tell you what, that was a hard pill to swallow, and I've told people. I had the windows up at the house because it was a nice day Saturday. If we had a homeowners association, my wife totally lost it on that last play of the game, and if there were any small children around that heard the language that came out of my house, I apologize to their parents and to them right now, because it was not pretty. But by the same token, some things you learn early in football. One of the things is if it's the last play of the game or a team's going to do a Hail Mary, never let the receiver get behind you.
Sure.
You should be the last.
That's what I talked about earlier.
And
you play center field, don't you?
Yeah, you play center field, and you know that these things can happen because of Georgia last year, and Abernathy is a great kid. I mean, he's a great kid, but he had a little bit of a
brain
issue
burp
there. Yeah, he did. And I understand. Butch is saying there was 9 seconds left, and they could have got a play in front of him and then lined up for a field goal because they got a field goal kicker that can kick it 60 yards. Well, good for them. Let them try a 60-yarder. We all know that we tried 3 from 47 to 51 and missed those. So it'd be better to be beaten like that than to be beaten the way that Tennessee lost. Yeah.
Well, you got 9 seconds. You got the football. If you're Tennessee, you got to know they're going to try and do one of 2 things: go down the field, do a sideline route, get out of bounds, save the clock, and try and kick a field goal to win it, or you're going to do a Hail Mary, one of the 2.
And I will say something else about the officiating in that game. The Florida receiver that I think they ended up catching the pass was lined up offsides. True story. And there was also holding on the play where the Tennessee defensive end was being held to keep from getting to the quarterback. Still didn't give any excuse for somebody getting behind you in the secondary. So it was just a totality of, it was a calamity of errors by 2 not very good teams, and whichever way the results would have fallen, you couldn't say too much about it because both teams just need to improve drastically. They say the most improvement comes between games 1 and 2. If I'm Florida, that would just scare me to death right now. But because between the Michigan game and the Tennessee game, they really didn't deserve to win. This was truly one of those games where neither team deserved to win.
Sure. And from a talent standpoint, that's one of the weakest Florida teams I've seen in a long time. There's not, and granted, 7 of their big dogs or 8 of their big dogs in that credit card fraud scenario, they're temporarily off the team. But this is the SEC. You should think that you could have some guys step in on any team, not just Tennessee or Florida, that would be a grade above most other conferences in the country because they've been recruited to the SEC. But anyway, we'll trudge on and get ready for UMass and my boys up in Huntington. They get ready. They've got a 21-0 win over Kent State. Win's a win. They head off to Cincinnati Battle of the Bearcats, so it's all good where I'm from. And we got a middle school game to get to here in a few minutes, and we're going to wrap this thing up again with Dr. Walton by telling us the hours you're open here at Mike's Medicine Mart.
Tom, Monday through Friday, we start off at 8 in the morning and close at 7. On Saturdays, we're here from 8 until 6, and Sundays 1 to 5. So for all your healthcare needs, just make tracks to Max.
Make tracks to Max. Great job, man. I love coming.
We love having you.
I'm here on October the 20th for the big birthday celebration.
Looking forward to it.
Get me a piece of cake.
Absolutely.
Get that icing in my beard. I like
That's
it. He thinks I'm kidding him.
No,
he's been out to eat with me. He knows.
I do know.
He knows I enjoy my food. Quick break. We'll come right back and wrap things up, taking a look at Major League Baseball. We run a little bit over, and that's okay because we're on the internet, we're on Facebook, and we're on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm Tom Taylor. You are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. On Thursday at 6 o'clock. Well, look who's back. He's back in the house. He's not William Barber, but he's Dr. Barry Walton. And we've got to do some sinus irrigation. Is that correct? So what you want me to talk about? Yeah.
That is correct.
I did a boo-boo. Go ahead.
That's wasn't your boo-boo. It was mine. But this is one of the things that we like to promote at Max Medicine Mart, sinus irrigation. A lot of folks may not be familiar with that. A lot of people may be familiar with neti pots. We have the neti pot here. Unfortunately, I'm not coordinated enough to use one of these, and every time I've tried, I almost drown myself. So, but basically what you're doing is you're putting enough water in here, usually around 8 ounces, along with a little saline pack they pre-measured for you. You pour that in there, and you can use it to irrigate your nasal passages. Now this one right here is the one that I like to use. It's actually a squeeze bottle. It's an 8-ounce squeeze bottle. You fill it up to the line with your water, and then put a saline packet in there. And you can control the force of that. It's got a little tube down the middle, and you can kind of stand upright and not have to worry about drowning yourself. But the fluid will go inside one nostril, it'll come out the other, and it will take out all the debris that's collected in your nasal passages. And you may not realize it, but pretty much once you get behind the face, it's all one big old hole back there, but it's got a lot of nooks and crannies. It's kind of like going out on the lake or something. There's a lot of coves here and coves there, places that things can collect. So this is one of the ways to keep that flushed out, and because if you leave it in there, the body will perceive it as an invader and try to do things like cause inflammation to fight that. So this is a way to keep those areas clean. And then there's also the sinus gator. It's an irrigator. That's a very useful thing as well. You use that along with the packets as well. So all of these are really great products as far as keeping your sinus health, and of course that's a huge issue in Kingsport and the surrounding areas. As most of you know, if you go up on Bays Mountain, you can look around and you see mountains all the way around Kingsport. We're in a bowl, and sometimes it's hard for the exhaust of the cars and the trucks that are in here, and the businesses, the chimneys that put out stuff, and just regular houses that have fireplaces. All that pollution will stay in the bowl unless some major event comes through, like a storm front or something like that. And of course, we have no choice but to breathe it. So that's one of the things that you can use to help keep your sinuses clean and decrease the chances of sinus infections, and also increase your ability to breathe. And I can tell you that firsthand. I've been one of those ActiFed babies, as we were called. They threw us on ActiFed as soon as we were babies because we were always snotting and snorting. My mother says I've been a snotty kid since the day I was born. So those are some of the things that are out there, and these are some of the things that can address that. Also, since we're back into school full blast now, we have the Fairy Tales. It's a conditioning spray and a shampoo. This is for lice prevention, and it's a natural way of doing things. It's gluten, soy, dairy, and nut-free. They use different essential oils like rosemary, citronella, tea tree oil. It's gentle. It's been proven effective, and we have the Fairy Tales products here at Max Medicine Mart for lice prevention. Of course, that's one of the dreaded things that parents hear from their schools and daycare centers. When one kid gets lice, it'll just spread throughout the whole class. So this is one of the ways that you can address that. So come down to Max Medicine Mart, check us out with the NeilMed products for sinus irrigation and the Fairy Tale products for lice prevention. We have those all here at Max Medicine Mart.
There you go. Make tracks to Max, so it's more than a pharmacy. It's got all kinds of cool stuff.
It is, and we have nice shirts too.
Yeah.
We'll even sell you a nice Max T-shirt there.
I like that.
And it's very nice, good quality cotton T-shirts, and those are $12. I know we've been to some places where we see that they sell their T-shirts that for $20.
$25-$30.
Yeah, $12. You can get you a nice, very nice colored T-shirt. Got some interesting writing on there. I think the font on that, I guess you'd call it a font, is very nice.
It is nice.
And folks have really responded well to that. So those are just some of the things we have here at Max Medicine Mart. Come on in, check us out, and I'd love to meet all of you. So come on in, tell me who you are, and we'll start a beautiful relationship.
Double XL. It's got my name written all over for October the 20th. That'd be good.
There you go, brother.
So, again, one more time, you're open 7 days a week. Tell them when you're here.
7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 till 7. Saturdays 8 till 6. Sundays 1 to 5. 7 days a week. So we can, any of your healthcare needs, we're going to be here every day. Make tracks to Max.
Tracks to Max. You got it.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes, sir. Our buddy Dr. Barry Walton with us again. Love coming over and hanging out with this gentleman. And he and I go back a long way, dear friends, and he's good peeps. Let's run down before we get out of here. We're going to run them down for you again. Major League Baseball before we check out and head back towards Elizabeth and get ready for the big football game tonight. We've got Duggar and we've got, hello, young lady. That is yours right there.
For real, for my little girl?
What size you wear?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a little bit bigger than that.
Oh.
I think, maybe.
Dr. Walton, we got other shirts. You got other sizes? There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm on right now. So, what size you wearing?
I wear a size, I'd say a medium anyways. Yeah, this is a small.
Yeah. And see how much is it? I was trying to see how much it is inside the $12. There you go. So, yeah, so there you go. Hey, we're live again at Max Medicine Mart. Before we get out of here, let's again run down real quick for you the Major League Baseball schedule for tonight. Again, and also the wild card, because most of them are sewn up, most of the divisions, with the exception of the Central Division. Wild card looks like this. Top two teams will play a one-game playoff at the end of the regular season, which is October the 1st. They'll play it, I believe, on the 2nd to earn the right to get into the postseason playoffs, along with the three divisional winners. Arizona and Colorado on top of the National League. Milwaukee and the Cardinals are the other two still battling. In the American League, your top two right now are the Yankees and Minnesota, and the Angels and Seattle and Kansas City, the other three teams still battling in the American League. Your schedule for today looks like this, all under the lights in the National League. The Dodgers at Philadelphia. Milwaukee at Pittsburgh, Cubs at Tampa Bay. The New York Mets are going to be, the Mets will be in Miami. Cardinals in Cincinnati, Washington and Atlanta tonight. Arizona at San Diego, and Colorado will be in San Francisco. In the American League, it goes as follows. Full slate tonight. Boston on the road at Baltimore again. Minnesota again in New York to battle the Yankees. Kansas City, Toronto. The Cubs interleague play will be in Tampa Bay to battle the Devil Rays. Oakland and Detroit. Chicago, the White Sox in Houston. Cleveland against the Angels. And Texas will be in Seattle. That's your schedule tonight for Major League Baseball. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, thanks to our guests stopping by. Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, Hank Brown from We Run Events, William Yarber, and Dr. Barry Walton right here at Mike's Medicine Mart. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We're going to rejoin you coming up at about 5:15 this afternoon from Elizabeth and Brown Children's Stadium. T.A. Duggar Middle School football. The Cyclones and the Crockett Junior Pioneers ready to do battle on a hot, sunny Tuesday in Elizabeth, and we'll go on air the broadcast at 5:15. Got some folks going to come by and visit with us, including Elizabeth and head football coach Sean Whitten's going to come by and check out what's going on with his future Cyclones when their Duggars playing. Again, they're 5-1 of the season, and so they'll take on the Crockett Middle School Pioneers. 5:15 airtime. We'll tee it up and get with it at 5:30 from Brown Children's Stadium in Elizabeth. And so, and of course, our show here will take it on the road tomorrow. Show number 597 will be on the road at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City tomorrow. So rejoining you at 5:15, which is not that far away. We're going to box us up and head off to Elizabeth. And as always, we'll close out this show from Mike's Medicine Mart by telling you, win or lose, be a good sport. And so long from Mike's Medicine Mart. Make tracks to bikes on Center Street in Kingsport. So long, everybody.